Hey y'all, hey, welcome. Erica with Time to Shrink, and Jason, I wasn't sure if he was coming around or not. Just made it. He's messing with a new drink creation to see if it's worth sharing with y'all.
So good.
Is it
Very
good?
Yeah. It's kind of like that Halloween
Frankenstein
plasma, whatever.
Yeah, if you were with us for Halloween and he made that like really funky looking drink, this is like the Christmas version of that, or the New Year's version.
Yeah, holiday version. Like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Not as much as my daiquiri.
Yeah, which is not on the menu lineup tonight.
This is like the plain old basic. Hi, Hazel. Y'all know, if you're around very often, our dog, every time we live stream, is all up in it. She feels like she needs to be included, huh, baby? I don't know if you're showing on camera or not. What was I saying? Oh, my favorite drink these days, Hazel, is just like a plain daiquiri. Jason makes these for me, and I really, really enjoy them. What's in a daiquiri?
Rum, an ounce of lime, and 0.75 of simple syrup.
Simple syrup, but we use Swoon simple syrup. It's low carb. And y'all, we have a new camera tonight. My son is helping us with. It's his nice new camera, not ours. He does a lot of film stuff with school, and he has this great new camera. So hopefully there's not going to be as much like lag, and things will be brighter and crisper, and the sound will be better. So y'all let me know if you've come to our lives before, if you think the sound is better, and if like the look of it or the quality looks better, because I know when I've watched it back, our quality hasn't been so awesome for live streams.
But we've been doing it off the phone.
And if it's not better, that's because we're still working out the kinks. But it should be better.
Yeah, but it's still good to hear their opinion, right? So y'all let us know. What are y'all doing tonight? Doing anything special or just hanging out with us?
Yeah.
Going anywhere? Are you at home? I'm assuming most of us are at home. That's why we kind of thought we would do this. We're here. My parents are here. They're in the background. Y'all will see them. They're going to try some of the drinks out. My mom had surgery recently, y'all, though, and she cannot speak. She has to rest her vocal cords, so she's not, like, being rude or whatever when she comes in and doesn't say anything. She just is not allowed to talk. She can talk like little tiny whispers, but that's about it at this point. Okay, you want to start with a drink?
Yeah, we'll start with a
You want
drink.
to tell them what we're doing? We're going to make a handful of drinks.
I got a bunch of drinks.
A bunch of drinks.
Trying to give it kind of a New Year's vibe to it. Some of them are straight from the cocktail book. Some of them are twists on cocktails you already know, how to just like kind of jazz it up. What I was really trying to do was like, I figured if you're like us, you're stuck inside. Like we have an 11 o'clock curfew, even if you want to go out.
Right,
so
you can't even be out at midnight here.
So I was trying to think, like, if you're sitting around your house, I know you have champagne, I know you have the cocktail, you know, the liquors that you like to drink, and some basic stuff. So I was trying to come up with some things that you can just kind of pull out of the refrigerator,
and maybe drink
tonight. Right? Because if you're tired, you don't want to be drinking champagne all night long. These are some twists on that. So it's kind of cool that way.
Thank you, Katrina. She says I'm looking beautiful. Y'all, I'm wearing a bold lip. I never do it. This is so out of my comfort zone. Like, we've got the glam eyes. We've got the red lips. It is not my style, but I was trying to dress up for y'all for New Year's. Also, I'm going to make an appetizer tonight. I think we're going to have Jason make a drink, and then we'll make the appetizer so we can throw it in the oven. So why don't you start in that? I'm going to turn the oven on, y'all.
All right.
We are going to make my prosciutto bites. They are so easy, simple, and just delicious. It's a prosciutto and brie bite.
All right, we are going to start off with the Lavender French 75, straight out of the cocktail book, which you can download tonight we got a sale going on with it over on mysouthernKetoKitchen.com, so check that out. It's in the description. It was on all the advertisements.
It's going to be a whole $5 off. Yeah. So that's a lot. It's linked down below. It gives you the code and everything down below. What?
It's off to the side.
Off to the side. Oh, that's right. The chat's to the side.
Wherever it is.
There's an ad on the screen. Because I can do that now.
Oh, we're learning all kinds of new things, y'all.
Well, there's a 20-second delay.
There it is.
Well, I don't have that. Oh, okay. He's got it up there.
Go.
Y'all, we are just like climbing, and we're so cool.
I know. Jackson has all these things.
We can put up pictures and all kinds of stuff for y'all in the lives now. Now, if Jackson wasn't here, we would have no idea what to do.
We'd be back on the phone.
We'd be back on the phone. But since we have him and he's stuck in the house with his nice equipment, he's sharing it with us.
All right, so we're going to make the Lavender French 75. Okay. And you can make this, if you don't have lavender simple syrup, you can make it with just plain simple syrup. Very easy to make, cool kind of twist on a gin drink. We're using Lock and Union. If you follow us, this is the only gin we would drink at this point. We just absolutely love this. This was shipped to us for free. They gave us like 3 or 4 bottles.
They gave us a lot, but we'll be repurchasing.
Yeah, it is delicious. So we go about 1.25 ounces, maybe 1.5 ounces of gin, and we're doing this in our pitcher.
Susan's from Lake Wiley, South Carolina. Where's Lake Wiley?
I'm guessing it's.
Is that in the upstate?
Yeah.
In the upstate?
In the Anderson
hey.
maybe?
Above Blythewood.
Above Blythewood, isn't that?
About
I don't know, but welcome.
Tell us where you are,
welcome,
Susan.
Susan.
We're not sure.
What area of South Carolina is that? I don't know why I don't know where that lake is.
All right, then we're going with 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, and you can just grab this out of the refrigerator.
Right.
Whatever you got. Lemon juice is kind of, it's different than lime juice. We say it all the time. It is.
Fresh is always better, but we love this Italian volcanic. It is not inexpensive. It's probably more money than buying your own lemons, but it's super tasty and it's nice to have on hand. I get that on Amazon. I'll try to remember after this to link all the things we talk about because I don't think I put links yet. But I put a link to Perfect Keto, which we'll be talking about in a minute. They have some new stuff out, but like the stuff we're using tonight, I haven't linked. So if you're interested in any of it, give me like an hour after we finish, and I'll have all the links that we think up.
We're going to use our lavender simple syrup. Erica shows you how to make this in the cookbook. If you don't have it, obviously, you can just use your own simple syrup. We like Swoon. Jordan's is also a popular option.
But making your own simple syrups literally is so easy. It's not complicated, it's not hard or fussy or anything, and I tell you exactly how to do it with all different types of ways in the cookbook.
Alright, we're going 1/2 ounce of the lavender simple syrup or whatever you have. We'll stir this up with some ice.
Susan says it's in the upstate, so I was right. Yeah. Okay. Hi,
Hazel.
Hey, baby girl.
Give it a little twirl around in our pitcher here. I think we're going this glass in like 4.
Okay.
I don't remember what we used for the.
I think I used a.
No, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. This is fine.
This is perfect. We love these glasses.
I do. These glasses were my grandmother's, y'all, and I love them. They're antique.
All right, so take that. You need a little champagne to top it with. Or sparkling wine. This might even be Prosecco. I don't even know what I bought, to tell you the truth.
That's a cava. Whatever you like. You just don't want it to be like a sweetened version.
Is it the sort of thing you can savor? Or is it too early in the night to savor?
I don't think we're going to be trying that, Jack.
Alright, and you just kind of top it off here. I think we say 3 ounces in the recipe book, but
I did put the recipes down below for y'all for everything he's making tonight, or at least everything he has planned to make.
Very elegant 1920s Prohibition style.
Pretty.
Give it a little stir there, baby.
Oh, stir. Okay. Oops.
I will say this, we are lacking on the garnishes tonight. I did not buy the lemons and the oranges and all of that because we have been having like the worst fruit fly infestation.
Oh my gosh, our fruit
It's December and they're like all over the place. So we're trying to keep the fruit out of the house. Obviously we have the limes in the house because Erica loves her daiquiris.
I do. I'm gonna let my mama try this one. I think she'll like
But we're not doing garnishes.
Alright, this is the Lavender French 75. It's really full.
She's actually allowed to talk 5 minutes every hour.
But I don't think she can vocalize loud enough for y'all. You like it?
You like that?
You can take it.
Good
to go. Drink for you. Now I'm going to get one for Daddy. That is really good. If you like a French 75, the lavender twist on it is really nice.
Alright. I've got another one.
Before we do that, let's do the Perfect Keto. Y'all, this is not sponsored. They did send me this stuff to talk about. They have a brand new product that is their daily electrolyte drinks. Jackson, can you pop that up on the screen for me?
Sorry, I was getting your dad on the internet.
It's okay. The Perfect Daily Electrolytes. There's a bunch of different flavors. There's a bunch of different flavors. They sent me 2, lemon lime and pink lemonade, but I think there's 4 or 5 flavors, y'all, and I did link all that down below. and we have not tried them yet. We went ahead and stirred them up. Probably I would stir it in my big 32-ounce glass, but we went ahead and did it. It didn't say how much water to add it to. So this is the pink lemonade, and that's the lemon
I would
lime.
totally do it heavy concentrate just so you can get it down and get the electrolytes in. But that's
if you wanted to. Oh, and it's drinkable like this. It's tasty. It's not like.
Oh yeah, this is really good.
This is really good, y'all. You totally could add some vodka if you wanted to make it drink. But that is good. And it's really pretty, the pink lemonade.
All we have is black vodka.
Yeah, we don't want black vodka. Okay, so let me tell you real quick. This is, tell me on here. Okay, it has 125% of your daily vitamin D, 250 milligrams of magnesium. It's magnesium citrate, which is a very absorbable form of magnesium. It has chloride, 365 milligrams, and that comes from the pink Himalayan salt and sodium chloride. Then it has 240 milligrams of sodium from the pink Himalayan salt. Potassium is 600 milligrams. I'm so impressed with that because that is the thing I really struggle with finding. I have some chronic health issues that mean that my electrolyte levels need to be stable and I need to be really hydrated. And it's hard to find supplements that have that much potassium. The one that I usually do drink is Zip Fizz, which I love, but I don't like some of the ingredients in Zip Fizz. And this has way better ingredients. It has stevia to sweeten it. It has beet juice for color, and then just the vitamins. So I am like really impressed. And to tell you the truth, I was very, very hesitant to try it live because y'all, this is why I don't wear a red lip. I think I'm wiping it all off. Anyways, I was hesitant to try it because I didn't think I was going to like it. I don't know why, but it's good. And I probably would dilute this more just because I like to drink like out of a 32-ounce glass, but I could even do 2 scoops. It's good. Taste it, Jack. This doesn't have alcohol in it, y'all.
Right?
Yeah. And it has a very tiny scoop. Let me see if I can pull this guy out.
I want it more.
A very tiny scoop.
I think it's.
I think you'd
It
want
doesn't
it.
need
If
to
you
be
did a
diluted.
bottle of water, you need to do 2.
Yeah.
You do 2 scoops.
I really do.
But you can have too much potassium, y'all.
Yeah.
So it has 600 milligrams of potassium. So you can't go having 6 and 7 scoops of this a day. You can have a few, 2 or 3. But it comes out to, I think it was 73 cents a serving. So that's really not bad at all for an electrolyte drink. I pay over $1 a serving for Zip Fizz. So great price, great deal, and I'm super impressed. Oh my gosh, y'all. I did link all of this down below, but I hadn't tried it. I wanted to wait and try it on camera with y'all. Okay.
All right, we're going
Next drink.
off script a little bit to get
I'm gonna
Dad
drink
something
this.
to drink.
Okay.
I know he likes bourbon, likes the Scotch, likes the whiskey, so we're gonna make him the classic sailback from Louisville.
Okay.
Well, you've
I've been there, but I don't remember the name.
Okay. So we'll make that. It's down below. I think it might be the last drink listed, but we're gonna go a little bit off
Is there a
script.
hotel named that? Is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm remembering now. It's coming
Yeah.
back. It's coming back, y'all.
So let me make sure I have what I need here. I think he'll like this. Again, a great New Year's drink. I'd probably get in trouble if anybody from Louisville was watching because we don't have the orange garnish for it. Very important to it, but whatever.
Yeah, we're like you said, we're a little short on the garnishes.
Yeah.
Oh, after you make this one,
Gosh, it was still something.
I'm making a mess. After you make this one, I'm going to start the appetizer.
Yeah, I was just gonna get Dad something.
Okay.
I think you'll like this. So this is 2 ounces of bourbon. I can't remember what we're using. This is Woodford, I think.
Woodford Reserve.
I think so.
Okay. He had poured it into our own little
decanter, yep. So 2 ounces of that. Now this is in the cookbook. The rest of the cocktail book. This is the reason to buy it.
It's not what's in this jar. This is
it's not
just a jar
the
we
brandy.
reuse.
It is a brandy based orange liqueur.
Like a triple sec.
Like a triple sec or a Cartrao or whatever.
But low carb.
But low carb.
It's what is it? Curacao.
Curacao.
It's
Yeah.
Curacao.
It's Contrao. I promise you.
It's Curacao.
Contrao. All right.
And this is the orange liqueur we make it. It's easy to make, but it's totally worth it. We show you how to make it.
It's one of the only drinks in our cookbook that you have to let sit for like what 10 plus days.
At least 10 days, depending on how you make it.
But it's super easy. It's super simple. It just does take some time to get all the flavoring right. Where a lot of the things that we make, we use rapid infusing. We teach you how to do rapid infusions so that you can make it immediately. But this one we think is better.
We had 2 ounces of bourbon, half an ounce. Did I say half an ounce? Yeah, half an ounce of orange liqueur. Now we're going with probably 4-ish dashes of Angostura bitters, which I'm actually running low on. Would have been a great stocking stuffer for Santa, but
I didn't know. There's a whole paper there, so I didn't realize we were running low.
So,
I had no idea.
We got plenty left, and then
I'm not the drink maker around here. He is.
3
generally.
of the Peshawts, Peshoots.
We never know how to say that word. How do you say that word, John?
Peshos.
Peshos bitters.
I can't
We
even
are
drink
super,
and I'm the one.
super bougie around here.
Alright.
Jackson can't drink, but he knows how to say it. Yeah, absolutely, y'all. If you have any questions just in general about life, my life, time to shrink stuff, or about alcoholic beverages and low carb, just write them in the comments. I can read your comments. When I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading comments, but I love when y'all interact with us and have questions or comments. So absolutely, let us know you're here and any questions. Let me know if you're planning on going into January keto, getting back to keto, or have you stuck with keto, y'all, over the holidays? How have you done with that? I stuck with it through Thanksgiving, and then I got COVID, and then I was off the rails because all I really wanted to eat was potatoes. I had a lot of mashed potatoes. So I'm up some pounds, like 8 pounds. So for me, it is definitely time to get back on the keto train. I feel better. I have less aches and pains. Like, it's very obvious to me why I have a keto life. So what are y'all doing with that?
Alright, so topped it with champagne there. I put it over rocks, which you're not really supposed to do either, but you know, whatever. So that's still back. You can try it.
I remember it now that you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to the hotel and
Yep.
having it at the hotel bar.
Oh, yeah.
Louisville is like the coolest trip, y'all, because you get to go to all of these like different
There's a still
distilleries,
back, which I don't
but
think is
there's
actually independent anymore.
the different distilleries, but there's also some really cool old hotels and some really cool
Brown
restaurants.
Hotel,
like
definitely.
there's so much history there. Okay.
So give that a try.
I do like that. That's
good.
good. I think Daddy will like that. Daddy, you're up.
You don't have to be on camera while I do that for you.
You
I
can.
you like
Just
that.
come over here and try it.
Thank you.
See what you think. Camera's right there. You like it or not so much? You don't have to like it.
It's interesting taste.
Interesting?
I was not listening, so what's in it?
It's a bourbon drink. It's bourbon, bitters, orange liqueur, and then it's topped with champagne.
That's good. Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
different.
A little
I mean,
different.
it's got the
Yeah.
bourbon.
Out
and
of
it's
what
got
we're
all the
making tonight,
bitters
that's what
and
your dad would
champagne.
like, I would think, the
Yeah.
most. So.
But you don't have to like it. It's fine. We don't always like everything he makes. You need to try this too. This is the electrolyte drink I was just talking about.
I probably won't like that.
You don't think? It's pink lemonade flavor.
It's very diluted.
Yeah, that's right.
Not your favorite? Okay. He likes Diet Coke.
You can have that.
He
You can have
likes
that
the
drink if you want that.
Did good through Thanksgiving, not so good lately. Back on track tomorrow. That's awesome, Joe. Our anniversary is January 6th, so I plan
That's
to
kinda
get
like our-
fully back on
yeah.
track January 7th.
Yeah.
Kind of slowly on track. Like today, I ate all keto foods except for I had a cookie.
And the potato.
Oh, I did have some potato with dinner. Okay, never mind. I did not eat keto today. The first half of the day, I had egg roll in a bowl.
Potatoes are like.
I'm not like
But
a sweet girl.
We're gonna make a keto appetizer right now.
We are. Thank you. I forgot about that. Let me bring this stuff over. Give me my nuts.
Make sure this is.
Okay, so y'all, if you are longtime watchers of me, you'll probably recognize this, but this is one of my favorite appetizers, and I want everybody to try it because it's so good. So all you do is put your oven at 400. If you have other things going in, the temperature can be a little less. But basically you take prosciutto or any kind of salami. I'm using some capicola, some hot sopressata maybe, and some salami. What I do is I take just a little muffin pan, just like this mini muffin pan, and I put my meat right into the bottom of it. Originally, I did this with prosciutto. I think Keto Connect did it with prosciutto a couple years back, and I thought it looked really interesting. So you just line the little cups like this, and you can fill it with whatever you want, really. You can even put eggs in there and have it as a breakfast. But what I do is I take brie, and I cut it up into little squares and put it in each one. And then I top that with a nut, either a walnut or a pecan. And during the season that cranberries are around, I often will top it with a little cranberry. You could use craisins, or you could use a whole cranberry. And it's just super tasty. Basically, I just take the wheel of brie just like this, and I just go through and cut it into little squares. And, well, decent sized squares, because you want a decent amount of cheese. And we're going to take a piece of cheese and put it down in the middle of each one. Just like that, like it doesn't get any simpler. I had some walnuts, so I'm going to put a walnut on each one. And then I'm going to put a couple little cranberries. Again, if you don't want the little bit of sugar that comes with the cranberries, just skip the cranberries, and this is like a 0-carb meal. So
yeah, the meat and cheese is fine. It really is.
Brie may be 0 carbs, I think. And the meat is, depending on what salamis you get, you could be like 1 carb or 0 carbs, just depending. But it's this easy, and I've had this, not this year, but in previous years I've had this for parties, and everybody loves it, whether they're keto or not. This is one of those things that literally takes you 2 seconds to make, but everybody is impressed with. It's a great addition to a charcuterie board or anything like that. So I'm just going to finish this up and toss it in the oven while Jason goes ahead and makes the next drink. Oh, thank you. She said she loves my makeup today. I was saying in the beginning that I don't generally do bold makeup, but I was trying to do it for New Year's, so thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I feel a little self-conscious with the bright, like, all the makeup, because I don't usually do all the makeup. I'm usually very minimal with my makeup, but it's fun, right? It's fun sometimes. And you can make a ton of these. These reheat so well. You can pop them in the air fryer. You can even just pop them in the microwave. So I generally will do like 2 to 3 brie wheels worth when I make this. Just because it's so easy and it reheats so well, and my whole family loves it. And this is a great party food, like I said, but it's also awesome for breakfast or lunches during the week. So I think that is all the...
We eat on them all the time.
Yeah, we just love it. So...
Alright, so go ahead and put those toppings on it. You get in the oven. I'm going to make the Feeling Fancy. And this is kind of one that you created, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the drinks in the book I created, and then all of a sudden you started getting really into making them. And so the ones since the book have been more your creations.
Yeah. But this Feeling Fancy, this is kind of Erica's thing. I don't know if there's another version of it or name of it.
I'm sure there is
out
somewhere.
there.
I'm sure there's nothing new under the sun, right? Even if you haven't seen it before.
This is something that she kind of came up with, so we're kind of excited about it again in the book. Very similar to the French 75, very similar to it. We're going to go with gin. Again, I'm going to make this in our pitcher. And we're going with about 1.5 ounces of our gin. And again, you can use whatever gin you like. If you're not a huge gin drinker, if you don't like that, like, what is it, like that pine
tree?
No.
Christmas tree. If you don't want it to taste like a Christmas tree,
this is the gin to go with. I'm telling you, like, because we aren't
the
big
London
gin.
dry gins to us are kind of like Christmas tree tasting.
Yeah, we don't go for those. But this Lock and Union,
some people love those, but this one's amazing. And they make another one too. They have a
this is the barley.
This is the barley one. They make a barley one, and they make what is the other one made of?
American.
It's just American style gin. They're both really good.
So 1.5 ounces of the gin. You could go 2 ounces here. I like to go 2 ounces, but then we're going to top it with champagne. We go 1.5 ounces. Got 1/2 ounce, I believe, 1/2 ounce of the lemon juice. And then this is our homemade Grenadine syrup that, again, in the cocktail book. If you like those kind of things, like if you like cocktails and you like the Orange Liqueurs or the Grenadines or the cherry syrups, like we spent a lot of time trying to figure these things out.
Yeah,
and
we spent a lot of time trying to get them perfect for y'all.
And
the execution of them is so simple.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Once you figure it out, it's
just
super
figuring out
simple.
the chemistry and which low carb sweeteners work the best with everything.
Yeah.
And last it and all right, so that's 0.75. So this So we've got a half acid 0.75 sweet. So this is going to be a little bit on the sweeter side of a drink here. So we're just going to mix that up, and then we're going to top it with champagne again.
All right.
And I've got a new glass that we just discovered in the back of the cabinet that we're going to try to pour this into.
Jackson, tell me when it's been 8 minutes so that I don't forget my food.
Okay.
This appetizer literally takes like 8 minutes. 10 if you have a thicker salami. With prosciutto, it's almost always 8. But I didn't spend the extra money on prosciutto. I just used what I had, and this was something I had left over in the fridge. Ooh, that's a pretty glass.
Yeah, we're not going to quite get the...
Yeah. You know what we realized, y'all? As many glasses as we have, we don't have any like regular champagne flutes. We have all of the old-fashioned kind. We don't have any like just generic regular champagne flutes.
Yeah. So what would we garnish this with? Maybe an orange, maybe a stick of rosemary, something like that would work in this feeling fancy, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Or for this time of year, you could put a thing of rosemary and a couple cranberries,
yeah.
even though that's not what's in it. It would be
just
pretty.
Make it pretty.
Yeah.
Give that a try.
Good. I like this one. I mean, I should like it. I created it. I do like this one though. Mama, you want to try this one?
And again, this one's a little bit sweeter. The simple syrup to acid ratio really kind of cuts the gin flavor to it as well, and it's kind of more like, it kind of has more like of a cocktail, an actual cocktail feel to it.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm making sure my makeup's alright. I'm worried about my lips. I like this one. I think
one's
we
a little
had this
sweeter.
one before. It's been a while, but you tasted this when I was making the book. Okay.
It's good.
It's here if you want some of it. I know you're drinking that other one right now. Patricia said, I've watched you forever and it was great to see you tonight. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for being here, Patricia. I'm glad you were able to hang out with us even for a little bit tonight. We weren't sure on New Year's Eve if there'd be no one or if there'd be like a lot of people available. I know some people probably had plans, but we were kind of guessing a lot of people didn't have a lot of plans. We surely didn't have any other than just hanging out with family. So we thought we would do this because we haven't filmed much. This is the first time I've stood in front of a camera with lights since before Thanksgiving, right, Jack?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It took some time to get over COVID, y'all.
All right, so this next one, again, this is something you can just kind of grab. I think you have it. I'm calling it a spiked mimosa. Very simple.
Oh, I like this one. He made this last night while I was getting ready for a wedding.
You know, like a mimosa, you think morning, you think brunch. We're going to spike it a little bit so you can drink it as a cocktail. And to do that, I need
Linda says, hey.
my Orange
That's one of Mama's
Liqueur.
best friends.
We can go with an Orange Liqueur. And it's your basic mimosa recipe. So there's not a lot to it. I'm going to make it in the pitcher. If you don't have one of these bar pitchers, they're totally worth it.
They're great, but
They really are.
you
If
could
you don't,
use
yeah.
a big mason jar. You could totally use a big mason jar. So this is not necessary, and as pretty as this is, it's actually pretty cheap. We did not. This is not true.
And it came with the strainer, and it's very nice. I think there was a bar spoon with it as well.
Maybe one day we'll have a real crystal one, but right now it just looks pretty.
All right, so why this is spiked is we are going to add alcohol to it, right? Like the idea of spiking the punch or something.
Yeah.
So we're going with a whole ounce of the Orange Liqueur, which, I mean, this is potent stuff, y'all. Very sweet. So we're going Orange Liqueur there. Since we're doing so much, or since we have the orange juice, it kind of offsets it a little bit, but it kind of sweetens up your mimosa a little bit. And
thank you, Anne. She says she's glad I'm feeling better.
You really want to go about 3/4 of an ounce of orange juice. You don't want to over orange juice your mimosas, and I guess unless you like it that way. I don't know.
Yeah, he's learned how to make a mimosa from me because he knows I personally don't like a lot of orange juice. I like a little bit of something, but I want mostly champagne, right?
Right.
And then you want about 4 ounces of your sparkling wine there. Again, the reason I like to make it in a pitcher, you can put the sparkling wine in, you can stir it. Don't even really need to strain it.
Also, if you were making it for more than one person, you could make a few at a time in there, right? Like 3 probably.
Yeah, definitely.
If you wanted to.
Definitely. So, there you go. That's a spiked mimosa. Put a little orange liqueur in it. It really kind of classes it up a little bit, and you can drink it any time of night.
Thank you, Donna. It's nice to be able to just spend time with family and spend time with y'all. That's been one of the really cool things is we created this time to drink series because we were just home hanging out and we wanted to interact with y'all more. And I think that we are going to turn Time to Drink into its own channel because it's kind of different from what I usually do. So we're going to start a new channel called Time to Drink, and I will share that multiple times on my channel so that people know that aren't here. But for y'all that are here, we're going to go ahead and start a second channel called Time to Drink, and we'll post probably one video a week or something like that will probably be the goal for that channel. And just do some lives like this and some pre-recorded things teaching you how to make specific things. So if anybody has any questions, hey Dory, if anybody has any questions or specific drinks you want us to try, we always say on these live streams to let us know. And sometimes we try and make them in the moment, but sometimes we write it down and it's something we play with.
Yeah.
So it could be a future episode or in a future live stream even. Thank you, Regina. Everybody's saying they're glad to see me feeling better. I know I've been very absent from YouTube, y'all, and I am slowly climbing up the hill to recovery, but I think I'm rounding down the edge now because we went to a wedding last night and I survived for hours. I didn't get short of breath. It was the first night that I wasn't short of breath.
Yeah. You were dancing.
So, yeah, I even danced a little, which I'm sure was hilarious because I have zero rhythm, zero rhythm, but people pull you out and what do you do? So... yeah, but I was able to even dance some, so I think I'm really rounding that corner to recovery.
All right, so this next one is I'm calling it, what am I calling it? I don't even remember. New Year's Margarita. It's kind of like our margarita recipe, but it's not quite as lime intensive as our margarita is. We would do an ounce and a half of lime, we'd do the ounce and a half of sparkling ice. That's how we like to make it. But I think, again, this is, and again, you have to have our orange liqueur to do it, but these are things that we're trying to put together.
Yeah, exactly, Patty. We're doing this to give drink options for tonight. We're hoping to do some stuff. I think my son is telling me that my food may be ready, so I'm going to check that. But, if you weren't here when we first started, Jason's trying to do a lot of drinks that have things.
Yeah, pull that out and I'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we were trying to do today, and this is what we're really getting into right now if you're just joining us, is... my wife's going bare hands to pull out the cookie sheet at 400 degrees.
I was checking it. We're going to give it another minute.
We're trying to do things like you're stuck in, like we said around here, there's an 11 o'clock curfew, so you can't even be out at midnight.
Yeah.
You don't want to be drinking champagne or sparkling wine all night, so we're trying to give you some ideas of things.
Well, you might, but you might not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big, drink multiple glasses of champagne type.
Yeah, it's not something we do often,
So... we were trying to things you can actually grab out of the cabinet and make, or cocktails that you like that we kind of just make a little add to it, and it kind of is just fun for the evening. So we're going to do, I guess we can do it since you're not pulling them out. This is kind of a spin on a margarita. Again, you kind of have to have the orange liqueur from the cookbook to do it. Other than that, it's pretty standard. I need a lime. Do I have my lime somewhere?
This spiked mimosa is really good, y'all. Super good.
So this calls for an ounce of lime juice. I was gonna squeeze a bunch of lime or juice a bunch of limes tonight, but I thought I'd show them this.
Okay.
If you have a good sized lime, a little bit bigger than average sized lime, you get about an ounce out of it. If you have kind of a juicer, so this is kind of the shortcut we take a lot of the time. Are you pulling this out now?
Yeah, I think they're done. Keep talking, I'll just put them in
I was making
a
a drink because, okay, alright, that's fine. They
they
have to sit up to crisp up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I find, and I make a lot of lime drinks for Erica that call for an ounce of lime juice. I find that one lime, a good sized lime, will be...
About that?
Is about an ounce, yeah. So, thought I'd show you that. Grab a lime.
Go ahead, Andrew, it's fine. Andrew's trying to quietly get to the refrigerator.
It's not recording.
Yeah.
We're live.
We're live. What happens happens.
I don't know what you're looking for.
Oh, look at that. We can even pin things.
Andrew's looking for it. Where are you going?
Jackson,
oh my God.
What are you doing? Jackson just pinned one of our t-shirts, y'all, or sweatshirts.
Sweatshirt.
So we do
You're not
have...
eating it out of the container.
We do have Time to Drink merchandise. We don't yet. We have Time to Shrink merchandise, stuff that says "Hey y'all, hey" and some things like that. We're gonna work on a Time to Drink. I would love to have them for us to wear. Close the door, close the cabinet. Jackson knows when there's a cabinet stuck open during one of my videos that it bothers me like crazy when I'm editing. My wife, 400 degrees bare hands. Yeah, Dory. No.
All right, so
I've done that before though and burned my fingers off.
Oh yeah. So we got an ounce of lime juice, or about an ounce of lime juice there. I'm gonna do.
Dory's a committed friend. She's starting a 40-hour fast and she's still watching us do this.
Good for you, Dory.
My sweet friend.
Half an ounce of our orange liqueur. And then, I don't know, you go.
I have too many options here. I keep picking up a different drink.
Tequila. Go somewhere around. I mean, I don't even know what I do in a margarita. I haven't made one for you in so long.
I know. I haven't had a margarita in a while.
I go about an ounce
I'm
and
on
a half.
daiquiri kick.
This is
This is
Reposado. Well, no, they don't make more. They just have a new bottle.
A new bottle.
They have a new bottle. They change their bottle a lot, actually.
Okay.
So, kind of a margarita. I mean, we would have more lime juice in it. We would put the lime sparkling ice in it. Like,
Yeah. One of our tricks for margaritas, lime juice adds up in carbs, so we cut it with like a sparkling lime beverage.
Yeah, and
of
all
some
these,
sort.
I would say all these drinks are 3 or less carbs tonight. When they're all said and done, so it's really
very,
nice.
very doable to have 2 or 3 even on a night like tonight when it's New Year's.
There it is. I'm just making this up as I go.
Absolutely, Dory. One of these days we're gonna have margaritas together, girl.
Preferably on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, preferably on a beach somewhere. But we could do the lake. You could come here. We could do it on the lake.
All right, we salted the rim last night. I'm gonna pour this in here. Did I serve this over ice last night? I don't remember.
I don't know. You brought in so many drinks for us to try last night. We were trying to get ready. I
don't
am
think I did.
horrible at doing hair, so my mom came over to help Caroline and I with our hair before we went to the wedding. We went to a hotel and we got ready at the hotel, but Mama met us here to do our hair because I can't. It's just not one of my gifts, y'all. Not one of my gifts.
Give it a healthy amount of champagne, 4-ish or so ounces. And
Happy New Year, Chuck.
there you go, give that a try.
All right.
That's one you like.
Yeah, I remember liking this last night.
You said I salted the rim too much.
He did salt the rim too much last night. I mean, I love salt, but he did one of these kind of glasses, and it was legit like this much salt, y'all. Like it was like half the glass.
I kind of salted it after the fact.
Yeah.
And I used the allulose because I didn't have any
To make it
limes.
stick.
I
Oh,
didn't have
it
any
sticks
limes to make
better
it
if
stick,
you use
so,
the sugar. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, the allulose is crazy. I mean,
Anybody want to try a
that's a
margarita version
Sure.
of champagne? What is this called?
I don't know.
New Year's margarita.
I don't know.
We're not real talented in the naming department. We're great at creating, naming, not so much. This is like a margarita, but champagne.
Kind of like a margarita.
That's
You
good.
like that?
Yeah,
Okay, well, there's yours for tonight.
There you go. There you go.
I can't have another. I'm gonna try it.
Oh, I thought that was your first one.
No, Dad, he had to
What
see
did it?
it.
Oh.
I just finished the burger.
Oh, I thought you didn't like that one.
You have to.
can
You
still
gotta do what
drink
you
it.
gotta do.
You gotta, yeah. You gotta do it. You gonna try this one?
That's
This is
pretty
good. I think you tried this one last
I
night.
don't know if Mom tried that one.
Anything with salt, I like.
Me too. I love a salt rim.
You like that one? That's fun.
Any
We're
of
kind
these,
of
or you still pick
yeah,
that one? She said she'll pick that one. Hi,
As
Hazel.
Erica was putting it out, Mom.
Hi, baby girl. I gave Hazel some CBD for the fireworks, y'all, but it doesn't seem to calm her that much. I don't know.
Mom, I got another one coming up right
Super
now that I know
anxious.
you like too, so
I'm sipping.
pace yourself.
That's giving.
Alright, this is. Oh, did I bring in?
Oh, what are we missing? What are we missing?
I don't see it. I think I brought it in. Where's the honey simple syrup?
Probably in the fridge still. I don't see it. Alright. The next one he's using is a honey simple syrup. That one was a little challenging just because I had to find something that tastes like honey but still tastes good. Didn't taste like artificial. So, yeah. I finally found a honey substitution that tasted well.
Yeah.
Tasted well, that's not the right word. Tasted
Hey,
good?
get down.
Tasted good, is that right?
Tasted right
It
now.
tasted correct. Anyways.
What?
We've had this one for a while though, so I
What?
can't even remember what that was. And I can't remember truthfully if this one's in the book or
I
not.
think it is.
I think it
I
is.
even put the beef in there.
Hi, baby.
Alright, this is a dram, which is like a Scottish. Are you crazy,
Hi,
Mom?
baby. Hazel
What?
says hi, y'all. Go see Jack.
What are you doing?
Go see Jack.
Hazel. Why are you over here? There's nothing over here for you.
You know when we're
Hazel,
live streaming,
come here.
she just, when I'm doing like meal prep, she's fine, because I guess it seems more every day, but when we set up for like a live, she freaks out. She's my anxious baby, so we're also dealing with the fireworks for her tonight.
Alright, so I was looking for like New Year's types of drinks, and like I said, the theme was kind of you can grab stuff you have. You could totally do this without the honey simple syrup. You just kind of make a Scotch old fashioned and add the champagne to it. But as I was looking at it, like
I'll be right back. Talk about
I started looking at like different recipes, and this one was called the My Golden Dram. So I looked that up because if it's proprietary to somebody, I want to give them credit for it. So I looked it up, and then a bunch of different versions of it came up. So what I could discover is like the word dram is like the Scottish word for a cocktail,
It
like
is.
but definitely proprietary to Scotch. So right, like and so I found all these different variations, and like it was kind of like an old fashioned with a champagne topper on it, and then I saw one that had honey in it, and I was like, oh well, this is perfect because we have a honey simple syrup. So this is kind of a culmination or a combination of some different things as I was looking this up, but it's basically an old fashioned. So we're going to go with Scotch, and
Are you cute,
I'm going to
Hazel?
do an
Are
ounce
you
and a
a cutie?
half.
She is a cutie, y'all, but
I am making this a little bit different than last night's
Okay.
version, Mom. Now, you could go sugar cube right here, Lacanta, I think it's Lacanta, it's the monk fruit, nothing? Lacanta monk fruit?
Lacanta monk fruit, yeah.
Yeah, we would do this, I would just take my bar spoon, I make old fashions almost every
A
night.
lot.
It's
That's
like
his
my
favorite
night
drink of the night.
I would just take my bar spoon, I would kind of level it off and call that a tablespoon of it. We're not going to do that because we're using the simple syrup tonight.
Okay.
And this is our honey simple syrup, which is so crystallized the cap always sticks on. I would do about half an ounce of this.
It's not crystallized in there though, just
No, but on the-
on the cap a little bit. That is a problem when you're
Oh.
creating simple syrups. You have to get ratios
Too
right
much.
and use the right things, or it could crystallize in the jar on you.
There's
That's
some crystal in there.
there is a little bit. There's sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of
Oh, it's fine,
crystallization
please.
because it kind of tastes good, but you don't want it to completely crystallize on you. When you're using specialized syrups and different products like the honey, you have to really, it's hard to not get it to crystallize sometimes. So that's one of the reasons we did the book, so that y'all could not have to deal with all of the crazy hassle to figure it out that we went through.
Yeah, if you like an old fashioned and you're gonna do it with the sugar, you're gonna use. I definitely recommend this Lacanta monk fruit, the brown one.
Golden, I think it's called Golden.
You put your bitters on it. Obviously, you put the sugar in first. You put your bitters on
Well,
top of it.
I usually make you the little squares.
Yeah, that's just fancy. You gotta just break up the scales.
You do have to break them up, but it's part of the like
Into the jar.
making the drink.
I'm just into the bar spoon of sugar.
Okay.
But you would want to put your bitters on your
Oh, it's our
sugar.
new cup.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kristen gave us
We
this.
got these for Christmas and I love them.
The order is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ready? You want some
No,
to eat?
just ask.
No, I'll get some on a plate.
So, you would put the sugar, then you would put your bitters. You'd want to muddle that up a little bit. Make sure your bitters are completely covering your sugar. Then you can add your alcohol. Since we're using the simple syrup tonight, I didn't quite do it that way. But this is basically an old fashioned. You need a little bit of water for it. So that's where the ice comes in. And we're going to mix this up here. We're then going to top it with champagne, and again, or sparkling wine, whatever. You can use as much as you want. With this one, I would go somewhere between 3 and 4 ounces. You can measure it, or you can just kind of pour it. It's going to be a nice, healthy drink for you right here.
All right, so here is what our appetizers look like. Look how fancy do those look. And y'all saw that they literally took me like a minute to put together. And my family all knows that they all know these. They know that they like these. So I'm going to go give these to them for them to eat on. I wish I could share them with y'all.
They smell great.
I wish I could share them with y'all, but go make these. I promise you will love them. I'm going to eat one and go distribute. I'll be back.
All right, and you can see why I did that in the picture when you're using the champagne. It's so nice. You absolutely do not want to be shaking champagne in your Boston shaker. That would be a disaster. This is the Golden Dram. If you want, you could add a nice ice cube to it, like an old fashioned. It would have to be a good size.
You should have got my rose ice cubes
You want me
out.
to get your rose ice cube? You got a little lipstick on your chin there.
Oh gosh.
Everybody's off camera!
Yeah, look at my
Y'all, we're not allowed to have people off camera. That's dead space. We're not allowed to have dead space.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I got lipstick on my chin. I couldn't be out here.
Alright,
Is
let's
my
see how these
lipstick
work.
gone, y'all? Like, I can't see myself.
It's not.
It's not?
It's off your chin.
Still there?
No, it's off your chin.
It's on my chin, though?
Nope, gone off your chin.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, these were.
This is why I don't wear colors. I'm so... Okay, somebody who got
Caroline.
this. Caroline. My daughter, Caroline. Oh, look, he flipped the screen around. I can see me a little bit.
Alright,
A little bit.
can you see that? There's a.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. We haven't used it yet. She got me these ice molds that look like a rose. I don't think y'all can see it, but oh, that is gorgeous. That like takes the drink up like 5 levels. Oh, she's not out here, but I will have to tell her thank you. I mean, I already told her thank you, but I haven't seen them
I like
yet.
the honey additive.
That is so,
really
this is
good.
the one Mom liked last night.
Yeah, but I put the honey in it.
Oh, it's different.
That's good. Maybe the honey simple syrup. Last night I just made like an old fashioned. Really good. So you like that better.
Yeah, that's good with this, the
You
honey.
like that, yeah. So we're calling that the Golden Dram. I don't know. Maybe.
Golden Dram. Yeah. One of these days we'll find somebody that can
Tell us what a drink
tell
is.
us what to call things. Just tell us what to
That's
call
good,
things.
huh?
So Dwayne, is your dog struggling tonight? Yeah. Fireworks can be so tough for dogs. We have a super anxious dog. I'm thinking I'm gonna probably need to go talk with the vet about getting her on some meds for like when we travel
That's really good.
or special events or nights like tonight, because CBD oil just gives a tiny edge, but
Unless
not
she's
nearly
something.
enough because she's such an anxious little baby, y'all.
Yep. You like that one, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
The honey is good. I really don't. I can't remember if the honey's in the cookbook or not.
I can't either. Do you have access to that you can look?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I can look if you talk.
One day, I was just reading. Joe says she's so cute. I'm sure she's talking about Hazel. She's finally gone off and talked to somebody else. She's hanging out with somebody somewhere because she's not under my feet for the
Who's
moment,
who?
y'all.
Claire wants to see it.
Look at the rose. You don't have to be on camera, but look at that. Because she's not camera ready.
Oh,
How
that's
pretty is
good.
that? That's the rose you got me. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I love it. I would put it in all kinds of these drinks just because it's so pretty. It would be pretty in a mimosa. You don't typically put ice in a mimosa, but that would be pretty. That would be so pretty. You could even put a couple little rosebuds down in it and have like a rosebud
yeah, that would be
ice.
Well, I don't know if you
rose.
can see the rosebud in the.
Yeah, no, you could, because I think you could. I don't know, but it's really pretty.
It's
so
really good
pretty.
with the honey in it. Really
Hazel
good.
heard me say her name. She's back
I
now.
don't know.
It was, Newt! Hi, honey. Newt's here.
I told him you guys were streaming.
Thank you, buddy. Are you home? Is he not on the
He's at the
road?
hotel.
He's at a hotel,
Yeah,
okay.
he has a. He's sick. He has a. What's it called?
Oh, no.
No,
COVID?
like just like when you eat bad food and it makes your stomach sick.
Food poisoning?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Newt is like how many children do I have? 3. He is my 4th child. Newt is my 4th child, and he has been traveling kind of cross country. Like, he went on a Colorado trip and is driving all of it. He sent some really pretty pictures of the sunset last night. Yeah. I hope you feel better, honey. Oh my gosh, Newt.
All right, so we're down to it. Last drink of the evening.
Wow. It
Yours.
comes fast. We're always
Okay.
fast.
All right, so this is kind of the fun holiday version. I was really hoping to find a cranberry Jello, but I couldn't.
We could have made our own.
Yeah,
I have
but
gelatin.
considering I came up with this idea at like
Today.
3:30 today.
Okay.
So I went and I found lime because cranberry and lime go well together, right? So we whipped up some lime Jello. We went to the wedding last night. I had a great drink last night at the bar I went to before the wedding. And
Yeah.
so that kind of inspired this drink. This drink is not quite as good, but it's fun, and it's kind of in the Frankenstein. Remember the Frankenstein's blood with
when
plasma?
we did Halloween, our Halloween night.
Yeah. y'all remember, if you haven't watched it, 16th minute, go watch it.
Oh, don't. Please don't. I embarrassed myself so royally, and it was live. We're not talking about that, and we're not encouraging anyone to go watch the
If you
Halloween
haven't
video.
watched Time to Shrink, just go to YouTube, Time to Shrink, Halloween.
Do not go watch it, y'all.
I mean, it'd be
It was
great if you
so
could watch like
embarrassing.
the algorithm we need, but if you really, it's 16th minute.
Oh,
Start there.
y'all.
All right, so this is like a Manhattan mixed
Happy
with
New Year, Cindy.
a cosmopolitan kind of, and then we give like the Jello to it. Now, I will say I didn't have time. I was worried that if I added the vodka to the Jello that it wouldn't set up in time because, like I said, I literally came up with this idea at 3:30, and I think it's going to take the vodka a little bit
Maybe.
longer.
I don't know what the chemistry of that is.
Yeah, if you want to do vodka shots, just follow the package just follow the direction on the package. You do whatever the package is.
Somebody remembers.
You do. You're laughing right now. You can go back and watch it when the live stream is over.
Oh my. I put my foot in my mouth quite often, but that was a bad one.
You just follow for jello shots, you just follow the package directions, whatever the mixture of gelatin you have.
Okay.
I think it's a cup of boiling water. Whatever the boiling water is, you
You're
leave
the one
it.
that always makes it with
And
the
then
alcohol.
whatever the cold water is, you half that. So I think it's a cup of cold water, so you would do half a cup of vodka, half a cup of cold water, and that's where you would get your jelly shot mixture from. Stirred up real good. Like I said, I was afraid that it wasn't going to sit up in time, so I
But it
didn't
did.
add the vodka. Well, I didn't add the vodka.
We didn't do vodka.
I just did straight gelatin because I knew the box said 4 hours, so I knew I had 4 hours. But you could totally add vodka to it. It would be fun. Plus, I don't think we had any. I don't think we have any clear vodka, do we?
Just black.
We have black vodka, yeah, from
All right.
Halloween.
So we're basically making a
We
Manhattan
won't
here.
use again until next Halloween, probably.
Well, we'll use it. I mean, if you just want some vodka.
Thank you, Janet. She likes my shirt, y'all. I love this color. It's one of my favorite colors.
All right. What do I need? I need to find the jello.
Newt has the 16th minute saved on his phone of the last video. Of the
Alright.
Halloween video. That's what they're talking about.
This is.
He brought it up, of course.
No, I just said because we were talking about the Halloween video. This is basically a Manhattan with a little bit of cranberry, and then we put the lime jello in it. It would be better with the vodka. I
Yeah,
will say
did
that
you make it
for
with tequila last time or vodka?
vodka.
Whatever. It was good. He did a good job. I've never made it with alcohol before.
All right. So Manhattan, you know how to make a Manhattan. You go bourbon, or excuse me.
Not bourbon?
No. Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely. So we got 2 ounces of that, got an ounce of vermouth. Don't skip on the vermouth, especially if you're making anything that calls for vermouth, don't skip on it.
Vermouth is a really great addition. It really, really
Ounce
is.
of that,
a lot
that's
of
a
times
lot.
people think they don't like it, but then they taste it, and they really do.
An ounce of vermouth is actually a lot for this drink, so you're talking, a good amount. We're going to bitters here. I think we're going to do we want to do the peach heads for this. Sorry, babe. About 2 dashes of that. And that, basically that's a Manhattan right there. We're going to add the cranberry juice. This would be so much better if this was like a syrup. If we would have made a cranberry simple syrup, I think it would have been better.
Again, he's got to give me some notice.
Cranberry.
Although, truthfully, that takes like 5 minutes. I could have done that.
Yeah, I bought some cranberries. I'll go half an ounce. Is that what I said in the recipe? Yeah, half an ounce.
I did type all these recipes out, y'all. They're down below in the description, or wherever the description is on the live. And also, while he's putting this together, the Perfect Keto electrolytes are brand spanking new. They just came out with them, but there's a link down below if you would like to purchase some. They do not have a sale or discounts on them right now, but if you use my link, you'll get my discount, which I don't remember what it is, 10 or 15%. I don't remember, y'all. But if you are looking for a good electrolyte, I am so pleasantly surprised and happy. I don't know why I say that. I love their product, so I don't know why I was surprised that I was.
You don't like those electrolytes.
I just don't always like electrolyte drinks. I struggle to find one that I like that has everything that I need, and this one does. So I think it's probably going to replace my Zip Fizz, y'all. Can you believe I'm saying that out loud?
I know.
Big.
That's big, y'all. Zip Fizz keeps me afloat.
Now, I'm not allowed to call this what I wanted to, so this is our Manhattan.
Well, tell them what you were going to call
I
it.
was going to call it the cranberry slime because it's
Does that
Jello
sound like a good drink? Cranberry
with lime,
slime?
like slime, lime. Yeah. It made sense to me. Manhattan.
That does not make sense to me as a name. That does not, like if it was on a menu, I would go right past it.
Hey,
Cranberry slime?
We called it Frankenstein's blood.
But that was a
plasma.
Halloween thing. That was a Halloween thing. This is like an everyday.
So there it is. Kind of cool. Like I said, I would
Hi,
definitely,
baby.
if I was making a Jello again, I would put the vodka in it.
Yeah. Hazel says she would like to try some Jello. Huh, baby?
No vodka in this Jello.
Oh, no Jello for the baby. No Jello for the baby.
That's good. I like that. I do like that. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's like the elevated Jello shot. Remember Jello shots back in the day? Here's an elevated version that you can drink without being embarrassed.
Didn't stop you in college.
And again, y'all, we apologize that nothing is garnished beautifully tonight. We did not stop and buy garnishes. Usually we garnish every drink we make. But not so much today. We were not prepared enough today. Not that we didn't have time to be, but somehow it just didn't come together.
Yep. All right. So there you go.
Promote the cookbook.
Don't worry. So there you go. These are the drinks we had to offer you tonight. They're all listed down below, even the ones that are in the cookbook.
Yes,
if you like
I wrote out the recipe. Even
Yep.
the ones that were in the cookbook, I gave it to you for free.
Cookbook, we're running a special as long as you have this code, $5 off. I think that's the biggest discount we've ever done on the cocktail book, so you get it for $12. Same price as like Keto Cookbook.
Yeah, our My Southern Keto Kitchen, is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
My
My
Southern
Southern Keto Kitchen is my regular cookbook, y'all. It's $12, and then our drink cookbook is generally $17 because it took a lot of money to make. Liquor is not cheap, and when you're going through like a million variations of things, it was probably a book we should not have done without a sponsor. But we did, so
That was fun.
that's
We
why
loved
it's a
doing
little
this.
more expensive. But I thought for New
For
Year's
$5
we would
off
give a
tonight,
big discount.
new, all capital letters, 2021. Get $5 off on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buy it. It's great. It's really worth it if you love a margarita or anything that calls for the orange liqueur. Like I'm telling you, it's worth it just for that because
Absolutely.
you can't drink triple sec. If you're low carb, you cannot drink triple
It's
sec.
just too many.
There's 33 carbs for 1 ounce, I think.
Or 23.
No,
I know it's a
I
lot.
think
It's a lot.
So you're just stuck. We're doing it for like 4. I don't know the exact
It's
number.
less than that.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean,
2.
it,
It's been a while since I've looked at the numbers.
so it's totally worth it, especially in the summertime. We drink a lot of margaritas. Anything you want to make, I made about 3 recipes tonight with orange liqueur in it.
What are the computers?
It's just such a great. I put it over there. Such a great thing to have. It's right there, babe. They're right here.
No, okay. Keep telling me.
So we really love that. The simple syrups. You can do many versions of the simple syrups in the cookbook as well. I think you list maybe, I think there's, I don't know, 13 or 17 or some, but you can do anything, like any kind of simple syrup you want to do and infuse with it. Great to have if you're low carb. The kind of cool thing about it, and people ask us all the time, well, can you give me a list of, no, like you're so stuck, people are so stuck in their ways and they think they like these cocktails. It's worth it. It's just
worth
fun.
it to try. It's fun.
Because we
It's
thought
fun.
we didn't like a lot of things either.
Absolutely.
Making is just fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. But also, before we end, I also want to talk about Perfect Keto. Again, they're not sponsoring this at all. I'm just super impressed. They make some really great supplements in general. They make some great protein bars. They make some great collagen. But if you have gone out of keto and you're thinking it's time, New Year's, it's time to get back, and you don't want to get keto flu, oh my gosh, these daily electrolytes would be your best friend. If you are up on your electrolytes, you are not going to get the keto flu. You're just not. The reason you get it is because you're peeing out all that inflammation,
Right.
and so you're peeing out the fat-soluble vitamins, and so you get kind of flu-like. If you're on top of your electrolytes, however you want to get them, if you do that, I promise you won't get keto flu. Now, do you need to buy a supplement? You absolutely don't. You can just eat pink Himalayan salt. It's got trace minerals. You can get yourself some really high sources of magnesium and potassium in food. You can do it without buying any supplements, so I'm not trying to tell you you need them, but if you want a guarantee and an easy way, like literally, I don't know where my drink went, but it was like 8 ounces that I put this scoop into, and it was so drinkable, it was so tasty. It comes with multiple flavors, I have it down below, but this is their latest product. They also just came out with peanut butter flavored collagen, cinnamon crunch flavored collagen, and MCT oils. They've got a lot of new stuff going on, and that if you use my link down below, you can go to their page and look. But again, they're not sponsoring this. I know it kind of sounds like this, but I only talk about things that I really, really stand behind and believe in. And this is great stuff, y'all. Like, it's a lot for me to say I'm going to try something other than ZipFizz. Can't guarantee I'm going to try it. I'm going to go a couple weeks with this, and we'll see how my body responds. But reading the ingredients, I think it's going to be good. So, Perfect Keto, kudos to them for their daily electrolytes. Like, I'm super impressed. And thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. It was so fun to hang out with y'all, and maybe we gave you some ideas of something to go make before midnight to ring in the new year.
Pick your favorite cocktail. I know you have a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine. Make your favorite cocktail and add 2 ounces of champagne to it. You're going to love it.
Sometimes
champagne,
it works.
No, it will,
It
because
usually
champagne,
works.
the white wine, the sparkling white wine, it's so neutral.
As long as you don't have a super sweet one.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you have a brut or something like that, it's such a neutral wine. It has, most of them have delicate flavors to them that's going to enhance whatever you have. Maybe splash a little bitters. Do you have some bitters in your liquor cabinet? Splash a little bitters into it. Also works really well with champagne.
And just play with your drinks. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of times it does.
I mean, if you're in the Eastern time zone, it's 9 o'clock right now.
Yeah, if you're on the other side of the country or in another area.
You got some time, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the world's already celebrating the New Year.
True. Our Australia viewers are done and asleep and waking back up probably. But
and I'm sure we won't ring in the New Year at 12 o'clock either.
We'll see. We did stay up late for a wedding last night. Very late.
That's why you won't tonight.
But that's really what I wanted to show you. You can pull things from what you already have. I would not want to drink 3 bottles of champagne tonight. I just can't do that.
Can anybody do that?
No, like you're with your family or whatever, and you keep opening.
Golly, I was like, what is he talking about? 3 bottles of champagne?
I just can't do the champagne all the time. So make a cocktail. Like I said, this one right here, this is an old fashioned. We topped it with some champagne. Well, we use the honey syrup, which is great. But a lot of these, make your favorite cocktail, 2 ounces of champagne, you'll love it.
I'm glad you're back, Patricia, too. I'm so glad that you found me again. We are here. I usually post multiple times a week. And I also wanted to say again, anybody that wasn't here earlier, we are going to make a new channel called Time to Drink. We're not going to do this on this channel anymore. We're going to stick to food content and lifestyle content, vlogging and meal preps and grocery hauls and all things low carb. And this Time to Drink will become its own entity. I think it's just different enough that it just makes sense to just split it up. So look for us as Time to Drink, and I will post on Instagram. We have an Instagram for that, and on my Time to Shrink one, and I'll remind y'all on like vlogs and stuff so that people know where to find us. But this will be our last official on this channel,
on the Time to Shrink YouTube channel.
Right,
Yep, we're gonna split off, make a new channel.
So happy New Year's to everybody. I know we're ending this a little early, but that was kind of our point. Well, that was kind of our point. We wanted to show you all of these things and maybe give you some ideas for your end of the evening celebration. So thanks for hanging out with us. We really, really appreciate it, and it was really nice to be back. I feel like I've been away from YouTube for a really long time. I've put a couple little things up, but it was nice to do a live and hang out together and make some fun stuff. So thank you,
yep.
And we will see you
again.
Stay
positive, test negative, and we will see you in the new year. We love y'all.